Have you ever wondered what's happening to your hormones and your metabolism during perimenopause and menopause? Maybe this sounds familiar to you. You've done nothing to change your diet or your exercise, but you seem to be putting on weight, especially around the middle, and you don't know what is going on. Or maybe you've changed your diet, you've increased your exercise, and you're still putting on weight and you don't know what's going on. In today's video, we'll explore key metabolic changes that occur as your hormones change during perimenopause and menopause, and also 4 key strategies to help reverse that weight gain. I'm Dr. Deborah Brunt, menopause specialist, and let's get started. So we know that menopause is a metabolic hormonal transition, not too different to what we experience during puberty and what we experience during pregnancy. So during these transitions, we have hormonal changes and they have impacts on our metabolism and our body composition. During perimenopause, the main hormonal changes that we experience is a gradual reduction in estrogen. There's also a slower gradual reduction in testosterone, and also we lose progesterone completely. One of the key implications of some of these changes is that muscle mass declines. And we know from studies that women lose around 10% of their skeletal muscle mass during perimenopause, which is not an insignificant amount of muscle mass. Skeletal muscle is a metabolically active organ that is found all through the body, and as we lose muscle mass, we also lose our capacity to metabolize energy. Muscle is metabolically active. We burn energy at rest, during our daily activities, and also during exercise. So as our muscle mass reduces, our capacity to burn energy is reduced over the 24 hours of the day. This means as your muscle mass decreases, your body's capacity to burn energy is reduced, and as a result, if there is no decline in energy intake, then there will be a hormonally driven gain in belly fat. So what else contributes to weight gain during perimenopause? A really good study of over 1,000 women by Zoe demonstrated that women have some real definite changes in their metabolism after a meal, in particularly their glucose metabolism, their insulin responses to the meal. The study found that women who had been through menopause had higher blood sugars after eating, meaning that they were less efficient at processing carbohydrates and metabolizing what they eat. Postmenopausal women also experienced more higher inflammatory markers in their body, as well as had poorer sleep than premenopausal women. And we know that both inflammation and poor sleep contributes to changes in metabolism. The study also found that women who were postmenopausal were more likely to eat sugary foods, and one opinion is that this again is hormonally driven, that if you're feeling fatigued, having low energy, that you will have a hormonal drive to more crave those sugary types of foods to compensate for what the body is not experiencing. So here's the good news. There are 4 things that can really help your overall metabolic health. So first up is the Mediterranean diet. This diet's been well studied in multiple groups of people, including menopausal women, and it shows that eating a Mediterranean diet, which consists of a largely whole food, unprocessed, plant, diverse food, has really beneficial impacts for metabolism. The Mediterranean diet is rich in fiber, rich in micronutrients, phytonutrients. It lowers inflammation, it helps improve blood sugar levels, it helps improve insulin sensitivity, and it helps improve body composition. By focusing on eating foods that are rich in fiber, complex carbs, and healthy fats, we are not only helping our own metabolism, we're helping our gut bacteria, which want to help our metabolism as well. Also, eating a plant-based diet, we can increase our amount of phytonutrients and also phytoestrogens, which can also help support our hormonal and metabolic situation. So a review of the data that looks at women who consume a Mediterranean diet after menopause shows that women who do have more weight loss, loss of belly fat, and also reduced waist circumference. These women also had a reduction in their triglycerides and total cholesterol, as well as their fasting glucose levels. So overall, it has some really positive impacts on metabolic status. So the second really important thing when it comes to metabolism and weight management is resistance training. So as I said previously, the hormonal drive to lose muscle mass is what happens during perimenopause. And so therefore, if we want to counter that, we need to provide exercise that gives the muscles resistance and encourages them to grow and get stronger, rather than if we don't use them, then we are more likely to experience this muscle loss. So there are many different ways that we can do resistance training, and usually for people that are not used to doing any forms of exercise, we wouldn't just jump to straight lifting weights, but we'd usually encourage them to do some body weight based exercises or functional movements such as squats, lunges, also push-ups. So these are really simple things that you can do at home. You don't need to be long to a gym or anything like that. And for those that do have a more active lifestyle, then starting to lift some weights and add resistance to what you're already doing is a really great idea to build muscle. Supporting your sleep and having a good night's rest, we all know how we feel after we've had a night of crappy sleep, and so it's super important that we manage our sleep really well during perimenopause. And unfortunately for many women, impaired sleep can be a really big problem, either purely just due to changes in our hormones that impacts our circadian rhythm, or also due to some of the symptoms that are experienced during perimenopause, such as night sweats that can wake women up, or also frequent urination, which wakes women up as well. So there are a whole bunch of reasons why sleep can be impaired, but it's really important to see your health professional to work out what are the reasons that your sleep is being impaired. For some women, hormone therapy is really important to get their sleep back on track, as well as managing stressors. And for some women, melatonin can be a great addition because melatonin declines with age as well. And so for some people, they do all the sleep hygiene things and it's still an issue, so melatonin can be helpful. And finally, of course, hormone therapy is really useful during perimenopause. We know that the addition of estrogen supports lean body mass and also reduction in belly fat, as well as adding testosterone can also be helpful for supporting lean body mass. So talk to your health professional and see what they advise for you in your situation. Obviously, every woman's health situation is unique, but these are 4 different ways that can be really useful to help your metabolism stay on track as you go through perimenopause and menopause. Thanks for joining us today on MenoThrive. We love to bring you the latest information, and of course don't forget to share and like and subscribe so that we can bring you more content around how to optimize your health, well-being and longevity. Take care.